Lembra que era pro julgamento. Então, tudo que ele fala vai ser usado contra a gente, então.
I know.
A gente matou um homem, matamos
Are
um
you
homem.
fucking kidding me?
When is this
Pediu.
thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's
E
coming?
tem como matar ele, né?
Yes,
Essa
you'll
porra
have
aí.
an opportunity to.
Tá todo mundo aí?
Acho
He's
que
back.
sim.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Opa, gente, bom dia.
Ele anda...
Motherfucker.
Ele anda no tronchinho.
Are you okay?
É,
It's
não,
been
pô.
Ou não?
hours. We were
Eu
worried
parei-
you'd
não
run
parei.
into some trouble at the
Não,
Crooked
isso
Man's place.
é,
And after what
foi
happened
bem
with
complicado.
Mary,
Well, he didn't make it easy.
what happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
É, relaxa.
It's
Não
about
matamos
time you
ninguém.
showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily.
Caralho,
She
mano.
was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get
Those
off?
poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
Atalanta.
of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Deu as
Georgie.
ordens.
I don't mean to interrupt
Eu já
you,
cuidei do
Miss
George aí.
White, but I thought it would be
Você deu as ordens,
unwise
né?
to proceed
É.
with such faulty
É,
information.
mas deu a ordem. Pior.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed him, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
É,
Is he
tá
still
bom.
out there?
I sincerely
Eu
hope
matei.
not. Well, where is he?
É, pô, é verdade.
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been
Ele vai
punished.
manipular, galera.
There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer
Eu
for.
tô.
I
And
was
I
told.
don't...
Oi? Deixa eu ver, acho que conquistei aqui rapidão.
Pera aí, não vou. É.
Essa casa de palha. Uma bala de prata. Meu último cigarro.
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
Deixa eu
If you'd
terminar.
wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted
Tá lendo
murder
uma
of Sheriff
cartinha,
Bigby
mano.
Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Duas vezes.
aiding and providing
Ah,
monetary
tá, vocês vão
support
manter
for
dentro,
the
né?
forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally,
o
you are
Pudding Pie só
charged with
passar
multiple
boato.
counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the
Existe a
illegal
prisão,
possession and sale of
sequestro,
magical artifacts.
É,
Now,
não
is
quero
there
pegar.
anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on.
involved.
It's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And
Ah,
I
o que
won't
veio
rob
é
you
isso,
of that
lugar.
right.
What the
You're really
fuck?
going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice.
A gente tem
If we're
posto.
ever going to pull ourselves
Mãe,
together
Barbosa
and
fez
make
nada,
something
cara.
of this town, we have to
E
start
ó,
doing
né?
things
O
correctly.
mó vilão.
No more
E nada.
snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
E ela, calma aí também,
This
pô. O
is
povo...
ridiculous.
Deixa a porra do troncho falar aí.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss
sei que-
White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he
Agora vai tentar
was.
soltar uma manipulação dele, né?
He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying
Pior que
mother.
George foi de
Are you
hoje que
gonna
não
get
tentou
to your
assassinar
point or
Big.
what?
Sim, sim.
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business.
Mentiroso.
And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell the fucking truth
bullshit.
for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie
Depois que
seemed
o George
pretty
viu.
convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I
Não.
would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing
Foi
to
atacada.
cooperate.
Era armadilha.
What's he
É.
talking about?
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected
Aham,
them.
sei.
You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you?
Caralho, é muito
You'd
filha
do
da puta ele,
anything.
velho.
You might even give up an innocent man,
Eu
just
acho
to
que
save
você já
someone.
terminou.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here
tá
among
vendo?
you. They
Tô
are not
aqui.
my slaves.
Tá.
They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Se fudeu.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Não abandona ninguém.
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
Sabia que ele ia fazer isso.
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that
Aí,
true?
bota isso.
Snow?
Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with
Essa
Crane and the
já
Crooked
tá
Man.
acabando o
It
jogo.
wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
Ah lá, manipulou ela.
We've made some mistakes. I've
Do
made some
nada ela vai
mistakes.
buscar o.
But believe me, I
O discurso no
truly want
jutsu.
what's best for this
Yeah.
town. And that may not always be
Big B.
clear right away. But I want you
Qual
all
que é o
to
Big
know
B
that I
de
care
produto que tá
deeply
muito errado
about all
nessa
of
briga
you.
toda?
Sim.
And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection.
Tanto.
No one can.
Aí, vamos fazer
But
melhor.
I
aí.
can promise to always have your best
Sei.
interests
Aí tá
at
tentando
heart.
proteger
Maybe
ele.
you haven't
né? Proteger
noticed,
o cada
but
um.
we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help.
E
And
tirou
he
os
would
peitos
take that
originais.
weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly
Okay.
his way,
Né?
someone would die.
Do you really
Yes,
think the
Tom.
crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
É,
É, pô.
quebrou ele.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have
Babazu não fez nada. Nada no jogo.
Babazu não fez nada, mano. A não ser que a gente botasse na posição de comandante, né? Sei lá. Ah lá.
Very
Quebramos ele.
good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard.
Ih,
Now,
rapaz.
I'm no
Caraca,
barrister,
puta,
but I
pareceu
think that
bicho
Mr.
doido.
Não, o
Wait,
bicho é
Bigby was the only one to
desgraçado,
whom
velho.
Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's
Mano, a gente não tem
history.
como
What
levar
are you talking about?
o George ver.
E conta a
Snow?
sua história.
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Dá pausa aí rapidão.
I just need...
O Babazu gritou. Ai, cara, o Babazu é um cara que só quer matar os outros, velho. Que porra é essa? Caraca, doido.
Foi mal, voltei.
Meu pé. Mano, o Babazu, na hora que tu falou, ele deu um gritinho. Mano, tu precisa saber que o homem torto, ele é muito filho da puta, velho.
Ele é manipulador.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you.
Ah,
You're
lá.
trying to say
Ele
that
corta,
I'm
ele corta.
responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Ele tá querendo de ti.
Of course.
Sim, você é
Yes,
responsável.
you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Mas que ele não fez
Like
nada.
what?
How about the way he treated poor
Vai
Tweedledee
começar
when he was
a
in
fazer
your
controvérsia
custody?
agora, ele.
He
Filho da
was
puta.
beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did
Ele
you
era
think we'd
suspeito
all
desse
just let that
negócio,
go?
não
You can't
A
be
Daniela não
serious.
estava
Snow
envolvida.
had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Ele é um
Oi?
verdadeiro
Your idea
vilão,
Crane
né?
was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Ela...
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply
Ele só
never
bota aí, você tá
happened.
batendo a mesma tecla.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
Ele não
crimes.
entendeu ainda que foi ele que mandou.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Tá
Everyone
falando
just
que-
shut the fuck
I
up.
mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to
who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more?
Eu.
Who
Muito
was
bem.
there while they
Levantasse.
idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare
Bicho
challenge their
abajulador,
brutality when it
desgraçado,
leaks to
mano.
our dear citizens?
Olha
Who will
a cara de
protect you
Bigby.
from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Boa. Agora
Sereia!
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
vai frente.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her?
Oh.
Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Ela queria tudo vocês viram.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear.
Não, é Ariel.
It's going to be
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this.
Só fala mais
We
alto
all
que ele,
heard
que
you
ele,
say
ele
it.
fraca pra ela.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
É, não, Barba Azul. É o cara que só escuta e fala. É isso aí.
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well,
A gente não precisa ameaçar o cara, ele já vai morrer.
Now, for your sentence.
Acho que ele não morre não, ela é por algum tipo de...
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
Mas a velha quer
We
ajudar
can
ainda.
imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
E ela...
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't there
stopped.
been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Get him out of
We
here.
can
Tá
send
porque
Tá
everyone.
parecendo a
listen
escola de Chaves, tá ligado?
Todo mundo quer
Clearly,
alguém
we're
quer que ele
having
morra,
trouble
alguém quer que
agreeing
ele...
on a suitable punishment. So I
É
think
só
we...
ver.
Going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
Devemos
I
votar
hope
aí,
you
tá?
aren't suggesting yourself.
Fazer uma ligação.
Não sei,
What do
cara.
you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
Look, I'm making the call.
Why should you?
He is the only officially appointed representative here.
Right.
Vou ter a
They should
certeza.
decide.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
Metade que ele morto, metade que ele vivo. O que é que ele faz?
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Eu vou,
Não,
mano.
não, Gedeon, pera.
He has
Eu não
to
puxo.
die.
Look, just fucking get rid of him.
Mano, vai com a cabeça dele, velho. Porra, sabia, mano.
Ele ia fazer essa
Demorei
mesma
demais.
merda. Vai,
Beleza. É. Arranca a cabeça dele. Arranca.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to
Vou ficar a
sleep.
cabeça dele, mano.
Finish it, Sheriff.
you know,
Vai se
just
fuder,
between
porra.
us, I was gonna let you live. But now,
You're going to miss me.
no, I won't.
Não vou sentir falta de tu não, relaxa.
Oh my god.
É, porra, essa aqui nós trabalha, caralho. Te vejo no inferno.
Aí, como é que faz, Jake? Ei, pede lá pro rei do inferno, que o Jake é que mandou um abraço.
É,
Bota
agora todo mundo vai ter medo de mim, meu amigo.
Tem medo do grande lobo mal.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the book.
Aí se apaga o cara pra sempre.
Uhum. Eu já tava ciente disso. Ai, caralho. Chato pra caralho, velho.
Isso agora acabou.
Ah, não, merda, não.
Ah, vai ter que sair e entrar de novo. O cara tá tudo bugado. É, tem que sair e entrar de novo. Engraçado, né? A gente foi, fez tudinho pra ficar tudo calmo, aí do nada eu sou lobo mal. Um dia depois.
Chore não, cara.
Nossa, tá...
Não tá chorando. Agora ninguém fica perto de mim nas caras.
Hey, Sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna come see the truck off? Leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down.
Tá todo mundo com medo.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
E aí, doido? Pé de feijão. Bom, esse aí tá de boa. O ceguinho.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Obrigado. Nós podemos conversar aí?
Vai.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Caraca, mano. Esqueci. O botão do mouse falhou?
Não, eu cliquei. Viu não? Acho que não tem tempo. Eu cliquei não?
Não.
Good morning,
Que
Miss
droga,
White.
mano.
You're late.
Pode só virar o lobo solitário mesmo.
Será que dá pra gente pegar os outros finais já?
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Vamos ver, né? Caraca, mano. Porra, Colin. Ainda quero ver que final é esse. Calma. Já foi 1 hora e porrada. Eu quero ver.
Vamos pra fora.
Desse cima da... A fazenda. Eita.
I'm going. Jesus.
Porra, prometeu, mas também o cara não ajudou mesmo.
Não, a gente
Carry me
fala.
for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it. Just why the hell does she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Não é porra.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool. 'Cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around. A nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Mondays.
Mas como o Torto disse, mano, não só existe ele, tá ligado aí.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Deve ter tanta fábula louca. Tirando Pinóquio, né? Que foi citado no livro.
Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Ia lá, uma cuzão.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Ela vai ficar, que eu sei...
I don't know. He must have run off. Bullshit.
Suspeito. Chuva, me lembra final. Ruim.
Saying goodbye?
Yellow.
Vai embora também, sabe?
Hi.
Hi.
Com a cabeça do cara, lógico que ia dar moeda.
Still wearing?
Oh. Yeah. I guess
Você
I
já disse
am.
que tá usando a fita.
Já tá com medo de...
Imagina.
Então.
Preciso deixar ali. Eu entendo. Já tira, mano, a fita dela.
A gente vai poder tomar essa decisão depois.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Ah, meu Deus.
Not sure where to start.
Nice.
Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
Ela foi a dedo duro.
Botei.
Uma pergunta, como é que tu consegue
I didn't want anyone to...
final?
Eu? Calma, cara, tu nem sabe se é o pior final, meu Deus.
Porra, tu não tem medo de tu, será que não é?
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
Liga mais ou dá um cigarro? Dá um cigarro, ela fuma.
Thank you.
Como eu disse, né? Eu acho que meu tutorial deu certo.
Quê?
Meu tutorial sobre
I don't know what happened,
cigarro.
but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had
Eu lembro
committed
que na cena do quinto episódio,
and while
parece
the
que a
two
gente
of
tira
us
essa fita dela,
were
se não me
sitting
engano.
there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Ela assistiu, mano.
So Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Ela foi com estilo, pô.
Ah, que legal, foi com...
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just
parece que os modernos fodem eles.
Like we never existed.
I couldn't watch that happen to Faith
or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
Sinto muito.
Not really.
Não irá acontecer nada.
It's going to be different now.
Eu
I
acho.
promise. Things like that won't
a gente prometeu tanto que o sapo foi pra fazenda.
You'll make things right.
Não, aí foi erro dele, disse que não garantia.
Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough
for her or anyone. I
just can't win with these people.
I know I feel that way,
não consigo ganhar essas pessoas. Será que tu arrancou a cabeça do maluco?
You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there, do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us,
pra limpar a cagada dos outros.
I don't want to admit it, but without you,
none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy,
Quem é que vai fazer
and
se
you
não
brought
fizesse?
justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was.
Ele pegou até a cabeça dele.
Jogou. Eu ia matar ele sem ninguém ver, pô. Eu só fui o necessário.
Agora que tu falou, você também falou do outro final que tu leva o corpo.
Espero que tenha.
Tu leva o corpo do homem torto pra eles.
Sério?
You've changed this place.
Só que pega o meu final. Todo mundo te odeia.
Wouldn't be the same
Eu
without
odeio, né?
you.
Só que aí eu fui na frente de todo mundo, foi mais legal.
Todo mundo te odeia.
Mano, porque tu esqueceu. Se brincar, isso não é nenhum final ruim, tá ligado? Porque ele é o lobo mau, cara. Por ver ele como uma coisa ruim. Sempre vai ver como uma coisa ruim.
Mas ele mesmo não falou que ele queria mudar.
Ele tentou, mano.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you
Vai ligar
like
as coisas.
Faith
Vai ligar as
wanted
coisas.
to.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
E atrás dela, deixa ela ir aí.
E atrás dela, não sei. Ele olhou para ela com a cara.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Tá, certamente.
Sobe ali, ô meu. Calma. 14% por Ninguém foi na tua de matar o Ninguém foi na tua de matar o cara. Ninguém foi na tua de
Boa, aqui foi tudo certinho até.
Mas você foi no crocodimento.
Aqui também, ó, que tu disse que eu tava errado, porra. Ele que tava errado, sapinho.
Não, pô. É aceitar o presente com a Branca de Neve, não negócio do sapo.
Não, pô, mas eu acho que isso aqui
não, mas
é
o caminho certo. O presente do sapo Júnior.
Não tem, pô. Mas não tem mostrando, tipo, outra coisa. Não ajudou o sapo.
Não, o negócio do colo é suspeito. Ele tá mentindo pra mim, né, safado? Eu não entendi o final.
Ele seguiu ela, então tem muita merda pra vir.
Ele ligou alguma merda.
Hã?
Ele ligou alguma merda na cabeça dele.
Sim. Enfim, deixa eu finalizar aqui. A gente vai ver os 3 finais, tá ligado? Calma aí.
Você é um assassino doido, viu?
Estatísticas especiais. Fera, Bela. Você prometeu, tá? Açougueira. Colin, Crane. Você bateu nele. As pessoas que morreram. Homem todo, foda-se. Não mostra qual final é? Sério isso? Ué?
Você é um...
Qual
aí, ó.
Aí,
ó.
Então...
existe mesmo. Continue
a história. Que louco, mano. Então vai ser 5 jogos. Não mostra o final. Qual foi, mano? Pera aí, deixa eu ver aqui.
Não, você pegou o final. Todo mundo tem medo de você.
Ah, que bosta. Sopro do vento do nada. Alegremente sempre e depois.
Tem um aí.
Bota aí, pô. Tá, deixa eu ver aqui. E olha lá.
Tem muita coisa pra ler, vixe Maria.
Xerife Bigby, opa.
Ai,
depois de fugir da terra natal, a Big passou muitos anos vagando pela Europa como uma colônia de fábulas, se desenvolvendo rapidamente no novo mundo. Branca de Neve... Festeira aqui.
É isso mesmo?
Não, deixa eu pôr aqui.
Nossa!
Não, cara, calma.
Nossa senhora, velho. Não.
É Big, né?
Eu tava com vontade de ler no começo, mas depois fazia muito monótono, muito chato ficar lendo.
Sim. É abençoado aqui, né? Uns 3 segundos. Ah, mano, no fim parece que ela não me ajudou. Vai tomar no teu cu.
Por que será?
Essa bicha deu medo. Justiça.
Ela não me ajudou, por que será?
Não, mas ela fez tanta cagada. Eu até cobri o negócio dela ter... querer queimar o negócio da véia.
Não, mas vai falar.
3 segundos. Eita porra.
Botei aqui, relaxa. O que será que... Mas já falou que a merda que ela fez. E cobertou pouco, tá ligado? Cobertou um pouquinho, mas depois ela vai...
Vou falar pra não me foder aqui nessa parada.
Nem o Cole que olha pra tua cara.
Cole é cuzão também.
Ai, mano.
Ser ou não ser?
A lealdade de Maria.
O lobão.
O lobo mau.
E aí, tu viu? Tu viu no cinema? Tá, vai finalizar, né? Agora é só guardar o 2. Que eu não vou fazer outro final não. Esse vai ser o final e vai ser, foda-se.
Não vai ter merda nenhuma, tá ligado? Esse final.
Não, então, velho. Mas eu vou ver agora os outros e vou ver o que mais cobiça, tá ligado? Qualquer coisa eu falo o que eu achei. Porque eu não vou fazer reação não. Enfim.
Jeito ele mata todo mundo.
Porque eu sou o que? Falei. Eu falei desde o começo do jogo. O cara acreditou em mim.